So I had a company training with Go Auto today that was basically talking about, basically training new people to the car business, how we're supposed to act and everything like that, and how to sell a car, selling cars 101. And prior to going to the class, I did a little experiment where I asked people, I would give away some free gas, and I'm going to give away some free gas. I'll call somebody tomorrow and pick a winner and give them some free gas. But it was all based on describe a car salesman in one word, right? I mean, of course, I kind of knew what answers I was going to get: douchebag, cheapskate, crooked, asshole, jerk off. I got one positive comment, driven. It happened to be by a friend of mine who's a car salesman's wife, and she probably does view her husband as being very ambitious and driven, which is a good thing because it puts food on her table and keeps her baby in clothes. But I wanted to match the perception of car salesmen to our training. And this training was really interesting. The whole thing was about respect. It was about how do we not only not be car salesmen, but communicate very clearly and effectively and quickly that we're not, what people perceive car salesmen to be. It's like, how do we break down that barrier? Because it's not just enough that the company makes it policy to not be a car salesman, to change the experience, so that we don't do the things, we don't lie, and we don't pull all the same old tricks that car salesmen were using 20 years ago. It's not enough for the company to simply put out a referral program and understand that customers come in having already shopped online and kind of knowing the prices. That's not enough. It goes beyond that. It comes about changing the entire culture of the company, and it starts from the bottom up. So literally taking the training out of the dealership, off the car sales floor, and into what they call Go Auto University, and really altering how we think we need to act as people in car sales. And this whole thing was completely about how to not be a cheeseball car salesman. What do customers think when they walk in? How do you think about the whole process? Like when you're going up, when you're doing things that are going to make them feel nervous. Like, everybody's been to the car salesman, the showroom, and they got the guy, and then they go up to their manager and and they have a little powwow and they strategize to come back, and it explains like, this is what people think we're doing in this office still, right? And you need to explain to people what you're doing so they understand what's actually happening. And you're not allowed to say this, and don't say this, and don't act like that. If you say this, you've already lost. And it's all the old car sales crap. And, I'm really, really excited to be part of this company, because even when I went into the room, it confirmed some suspicions that I had, because before I came into this business, many of you know I own tanning salons, and I kind of did things really differently there too. I did a lot of stuff that maybe even pissed off others in the tanning industry, but I did a lot of weird things. And it's because, starting a business at 20 years old, I was unsure of myself and didn't know, what I should be doing and how to market my company. And I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't come from, a rich family. So, I was really kind of teaching myself as I went. And I read a lot of books, right? A book a week for 2 years. And I walk in there and I'm like, holy shit, Good to Great, Made to Stick, Built to Last, all these books I read. And then Good to Great, that's the book that made me read Lee Iacocca's book, who is the president of Chrysler at one point in time. And what's the other one? Winning by Jack Welch. This is kind of what these books were all books I read. Or How to Win and Influence People. That was another big one for me. And I never would have learned a lot of the things that I learned in business had it not been for these books. And then coming back and looking for a job in a car dealership, I kind of looked at a lot of what Go Auto was doing, and I said, those are all the concepts that I read about in these books that were essentially studies of what worked for these huge companies to really change the way they did things, and what these CEOs and presidents did to make their companies successful, and why brands that have existed for 100 years where others just simply fail, and the differences in leadership and all just on and on and on. And it all stemmed from reading these books. And then to go in their training office and see those books was really kind of cool, because it confirmed a lot of what I'm actually, all about, and made it, really feel like it was a good fit for me. And it's exciting because we really are changing the way that people not just view the car business, but experience it. And so I guess that's all I really have for now, because I'm parked, I'm at work, and I got to get to work. But I mean, if any of you are actually considering a new vehicle, really, really do look at Go Auto, because they are really making a big effort to push the people to really evolve and to make people feel comfortable, and to create a company that's built to last, like the book I was just saying, and they know why their concepts are working, and they will work, and people will have better car buying experiences, and they will dominate this industry. And that was really cool. So your one word answers are all wrong.